What's going on? Happy Saturday. We'll get started in a minute. Hope everyone's well. Still using the backup mic. Got a new USB option coming next week. If you haven't seen yet, traffic is a mess in this one. I literally am hooking 4-lane roads directly into highways. We don't care about traffic yet. We're also doing this legit, technically. So there is that. So there is that long, slow climb to like 90,000 so we can unlock everything, but then we can really get started on the build. I've started to sketch out ideas. You'll see what I mean. It's a rough start. It's a it's funny casino. I'll show you, right? Like, this is the original entrance to the highway. Right there. It comes down here to a 4-lane intersection that's got roads everywhere. This is like the sole traffic light that I didn't delete. I think there's a new road that I put down recently. But you know, like the very basic bones of it are here, and you can start to see like across the river is where the big residential park is going to be. We've got this little idea down here of using the key walls and staggering those up. Those are going to be a bit of a pain to build, but I think that's going to be worth it down here on the coast. The pollution is spreading nicely. You can see it's set to orange, on brand for the channel. I wouldn't worry about it, it's fine. So I got a lot of ideas here. Didn't Remaster go through Sunset Harbor? What? No. Even old school Xbox and PlayStation get all the latest DLCs. They just are still limited to 9 tiles. Remastered has everything, including the latest, if we go down to a district, district tools, styles, right? We've got if you buy them, you've got countryside, emerging downtown, all that stuff. Let me do the quick rounds. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Casino DD, Kung, Nexus, AC, Tay. Did I miss anybody? Welcome all. Always fun for a new city start. Oh, here's some more intersections coming off the highway. This is a great one. So we really don't care yet. We've still got the default intersections in there. I built this a nice ramp for the donut truck. We may as well, Kong, you're here. We can hit it officially. We can get out of the starting mode. And I think do a quick drive to kick the stream off. So where's our donut truck? There is our donut truck. Okay. I every time hit that for gas. Every time. Okay, good. It's a good thing we can drive through cars because the Okay. All right, fine. Make me look like an idiot. Whatever. Okay, come on. Do we have to reset it already? We have to reset it already. Wow, I didn't even make it a block. Okay. Caused a nice pile up there. Okay, here we go. Zoom the camera out a little bit. We'll flip it down a little bit. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Here we go. Yep. Oh, the light slowed us down. We might have cleared that much further. Okay, hold on. We got this. We can't kick things off like that. We got to do this better. Okay. We just need the right camera angle so that we can't crash into lights and stuff. Cars are fine. Cars don't exist technically. Yay! There we go. Oh yeah, we went to a different zip code. Look at this. That's how you bypass traffic. Right there. Don't see the clip option on your screen? I didn't turn it off. I don't know. No inland water treatment. No, just, oh no, I'm not doing inland water treatment. It doesn't mean that I don't have it. We definitely have it as an option. Where is it? It was right there, right? But that is Sunset Harbor, and we've got stuff after that. We've got the hotels and retreats, all the map packs, all the latest stuff. They're not limiting that. So I don't know. I actually don't know how they do that, because they kind of severed their relationship with Tantalus, but I guess they had to. I'm guessing they had to bring him back on contract. I don't suspect they're maintaining the code for remastered and console editions. Never mind how to refresh. You've had some issues lately, Kung, I will say. You were telling me there was a buffer. It was just you. You're losing your clip buttons. So please don't mind. Like, we're making an absolute mess to move 90,000 people in, to trim it all back. But I've got some ideas, and we can definitely start in on a build of some sort tonight. Let's get it going at 3 times speed. Let's get more low density residential, I guess, moving in, because that's what's going to be over here on this side of the river anyways. We're also probably going to want to orient the back streets this way instead of what I did, which is kind of stupid. But we literally were just like power moving people in, and not particularly concerned about it. So I don't even mind this no overlap. Okay, we're good there. Get the itch to build a new city too? All right, well, let's go. Let's do it. Let's build something fun. You can see again, like, some very basic things that I've sketched out where I want to do certain things. I still haven't landed on. Okay, so wait a minute. Here's our first poll. Here's our first poll. Let me see if I remember how to do this. Plus, start a poll. What do we do? Industries? Oh no, I should be more specific. Do we do trees? Do we do farm? Do we do? I mean, technically they're green trees. We're gonna do farming, but it'll only be greenhouses. Do we add campus? What else? I think those are kind of the 3 things. Or parks. We could start and make space for any of those. So if we want to do some, did I do the right? I did all 4. So please cast your vote. Do we want to see some tree industry, some forestry? Do we want to see I already forgot the 4 options I threw up there. Do we want to see farms? I was going to do greenhouses to fuel the dispensaries that are legal in Riverrun. We also have the option to do campus, which is a hot hit out of the gate. We keep in mind 1 restriction on campus if you're voting. We don't yet have. Do we? Oh wait, do we? No, we do. Okay, we've unlocked all the different campus areas, so I take that back. I will run through the city stats and all that. Our next, wow, we're moving along. We're moving along. We're at 37,000 on our way to 48,000 for our next milestone. After that, 70 and 90. So we'll see what we can get tonight. Like I said, I have already made some space over here for residential. We'll just move a bunch in and we'll figure out later on what we do. Again, please don't worry too much about this. This is very rough sketch, and we're making bank right now. I let the game run, basically. I added this grid work over here today and just pre-zoned it and watered it and let it run for like 2 hours. And now we got $4 million in the bank. So as soon as you open all the tiles, it crashed? No. Please tell me you have a backup. Please tell me you have a backup. And if you don't, make sure and try and quit the game and completely reboot your Xbox. But that would suck if you worked all the way up to 25 tiles and then it just lost it. Are ferries basically unusable? Not necessarily. You could, if you wanted to do like an Amsterdam style city, you could go into landscaping and the canals, and like you could put canals anywhere, and you can do ferry routes on those. A lot of people don't know that. You could build ferry routes in a desert map if you wanted to. How many fires this far? I don't think any yet. We just started though. Give it time. Give it time. It'll cook up something good. So we don't have a lot of residential demand. We're gonna have to meet more. Do we make more office park over here? I'll kind of give you a rough idea. I guess we could use like a gravel road might be a good way to paint it out. So I'm gonna bring this this train track more straight and then like connect it on a valley through here. And I'm gonna raise this terrain up a little bit and kind of follow it this way so it cuts off the city towards that farmland. It'll hook back towards the highway a little bit, but it'll give us a nice reason why this city's broken up there. We'll have a little bit of a valley space over here that we could potentially use. It looks like that's dark green from maybe previously having trees. So we might, oh, no, I guess not. That's just, we could fix that though if we wanted to do forestry up there. We've got a couple little spots that we could use for farming. Got to replace all, man, that pollution is nasty. Man, here we go. Power problems. We are at 100% budget. And we have, oh, we can turn the coal plants back on. I've got 2 solar updraft towers. We don't have, do we have? We don't have nuclear power plant yet. Dude, that's at 48. That's at 48. So can we get there with coal power plants and budget? We will find out. But we'll just turn all these on for now. 5 coal and 2 solar updraft. So what's winning? 36 and 36 on campus and trees. Somebody tie break, please. Please, somebody tie break. If you haven't voted yet, what would you be interested in seeing a build for? A forestry industry somewhere out on the outskirts? Maybe a campus? Or maybe you'd like to throw another wrench into the works and further divide the vote and vote for parks. Whatever you'd like. It is, we need a tiebreaker basically. Let us design the house too. Never turn down trees. Yeah, that's a good point. Trees do burn. I will say that a lot, right? Like, if you're a fan, then trees would definitely be a good option there. For City Skies, I want to let us actually build houses, go in the house buildings, let us drive. That'd be cool. Put a campus in the trees. Well, that's the thing. Like, the campus would still be going somewhere on one of these outskirt spots. I'm pretty sure this is going to be our farmland for the dispensaries. We might do, so I'd have to buy the tiles, but we might do forestry up this way would not be bad. Up behind on the other side of the highway, from the suburbs. That might make a little sense. This is a good spot over here. This is not bad at all. And then we even got over here, which could be okay. This, when we unlock the space, I don't know if you can see it, but I want to add a little, what is it, dorsal fin to the top of that, make it Dolphin Lake. Does anybody see the dolphin? The tip of the nose is on the right. Somebody sees that. It's not just me, right? Camping the trees for the Ranger Forest Fire thumbnail. Yeah, I appreciate that. Oh, it looks like so. Okay, here we go. Here we go. There's a little one. There's a little one for you. No big deal. They put that one out quick. Definitely see the dolphin. Okay, cool. It's not just me. Let's what do we got? 14 votes. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. It looks like trees wins. So we'll start in, who knows? We'll probably get to both. We could probably do trees and campus. I don't see why not. As long as we keep things filling in the background. But that's problematic right now because it's the commercial demand and the industries. But we could meet the industries, right, with an actual industry. In the meantime, since this is a nice, busy cross street, here's some local commercial for all of you. That should fill in pretty quick. We should check our water, and then I want to show you where we're at. Okay, we're good there. Okay, I'll show you where we're at for cities services so far. Again, the ideas are there. You can kind of get a sense for like what I'm planning for. But I don't know. I don't know how people bother to design and see everything out from like stage 1. I don't. I kind of need to see it to tear it apart. I like to think of it as like the first part of the build is the pencil, and you come back in with the bulldozer and erase it and redraw and reshape it. That's how I do it. But more power to people that see that and build it right the first time. Fertile land staring you right there in the face. I mean, we couldn't. I mean, we could put it there. It's a little bit suburban. I kind of wanted to put it out a little bit outside from the city, especially for security purposes. People might try and rob the farms. You know, high value crops. We got such a big horsefly in the house today. I gotta find out about charging it rent. It's huge. Okay. So let's see. So over here we'd have good train access. Do we have another tile yet? I have a tile we could purchase. So there is that. Let's look at this. Okay, where is nope. So what do we think? We got Dolphin Lake way up to the north. There's a couple good spots, a couple decent spots for trees that I see. I really like this idea of coming on the other side of the highway from the suburban area, because like for me, this map, I really want to flex out, stretch out and use all the tiles. So I'm thinking, you know, lower density suburban over here, highway on the outskirts, fill it in with trees and put the tree industry out that way. Road to nowhere. This will come back around and I think we'll do something up that way on the way out of town. Pre-zone areas. Yeah, I didn't name them that effectively, but it's definitely like, you know, there's parts of the build already kind of planned out. We'll probably connect this through so that there's a more direct route through the town. I don't know if it's going to be highway all the way through. We might make that a sparse intersection four-way or something. We definitely want to rebuild some of the bridges and highways. So, like, this wouldn't be a bad spot for forestry, but I really like it. So, like, I think up there is better. You know, a little forestry industry looking over the town. On the far side of the river, we're gonna have the big office buildings here and skyscrapers, and then we're gonna kind of feather it back down. We've got the Green Cities residential, the regular residential. Maybe we bring it down to high-rise band residential, and kind of feather it down height-wise off the center of the city. Right now, we've got a dump also right on the main avenue. Because we're just like, we don't care. We don't care right now. This is the pencil sketch and moving in so many people. We are kind of hung at 38,000, and it's because we don't have the jobs that we need. So let's look at buying. Do we buy this or this? I think we buy this and we can four-way that intersection potentially. We could rebuild that intersection now. I might hold off though, only because I'll do it real sloppy, but I might hold off because I will kind of want to rebuild this entire stretch of highway a little bit more in line with the actual city roads themselves. I don't think we sink that one. I think this one's going to be the sunken highway with the key walls on it. Yeah, Riverrun is a base game map, and it is the name of the town is the name of the map. This one was hiding on me for so long. I never gave it a chance with 9 tiles, and I was so busy looking at all the later DLCs that one of my favorites, I was so surprised. We reviewed all 92 maps over 10 hours of stream last week, and 2 hours of that was just loading. But that one was the only one from the base game that really stood out to me, but it was a surprise because it's been hiding there the whole time, you know? Exactly, skip right through your base game maps, you know, like, what's there? Nothing you haven't seen before. But if you haven't given this one a shot, it's a really nice build in terms of how the terrain cuts off the 25 tiles specifically. I don't know how it would be on a 9 tile. It would probably be frustrating. but 25 tile is pretty good. Keeping a fire counter, nice. Tend to leave the park life industries or map packs. Yeah, so I did the I did a tier list of all 92. It's posted on my Discord, tinyurl.com/movethemouse. Let me see what the tops were. So I really liked a lot of the ones. I should pin this so I can find it easier. I really liked a lot of the ones that I had previously built on. Funny enough, they were good 9-tile maps. They are also good 25-tile maps. Pin this, okay. But my favorites came from base game, plazas, promenades, hotels, Map Pack 1, Park Life, Industries, Sunset Harbor, and Map Pack 3. Sorry, Map Pack 2 and Map Pack 3. But some of them were rough. Like financial districts did not have a strong showing maps-wise, I don't think. What else was bad? Like there were 2 clunkers on Park Life. 2 out of 3 were clunkers on natural disasters, and I think I only gave it 1 tier up on Dust Bowl. It was pretty. Some of them were pretty rough. There's 2 more fires, Kung, if you're keeping track. One just got put out here, and one is happening across the river. That traffic is amazing. Okay, let's see what we can do about commercial demand over here to try and keep things going. I should probably use the medium. I didn't mean to do that little part by the... Where's this go? Yeah, that's not supposed to be... That's not supposed to be zoned. Okay, I think I watered everything over here, and remember like 10 minutes ago when I was going to go through city services real quick, so... There's another fire. Oh man, there's another couple fires. Okay, they're doing good. We got to get some other ways around here, apparently. Guys, literally, you're parked, what, leaving the neighborhood? Or you were stuck behind a car that was turning? God, are you seriously just driving? Oh, you idiots. Oh, man. This one might go. We haven't lost a building yet. This could be the one, though. This could be the one right here. Oh!
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
What the heck? I was just saying we haven't had one of those. Of course. Do I not have to bulldoze it? Is it good to go again? It's fine? Okay. Yeesh. Okay. Is this a full dump? A full dump in our downtown? That's unfortunate. Four buildings in a city today to fires? That's wild. Sorry, I'm sneezing. I mute there. Okay, let's see. I bulldozed this. We'll just use another dump for now. That's fine. We'll eventually move that out. So for like the 10th time, electricity, we're doing pretty good. I mean, we're doing well. I think we can get to 48,000 with this if we just increase the budget. I don't think we have to build any new infrastructure, and that should get us to nuclear power. We could consider carving out a little spot for that if we get that going. Water availability, we're going to look at where we put it. Maybe we can hide the water infrastructure in Dolphin Lake. Or we can bury it up here in the river somewhere. But we'll look at doing that. And then we'll eventually treat and hopefully Eden project the water so like it won't even be an issue. Fire coverage, I'm being pretty responsible this build, which may be disappointing to some of you. But it is what it is. Police coverage, jails availability, huh? We don't have, I mean, we got a 6% rate. That's not terrible. Do we solve that as we go? Like, what's the problem here? Because I'm using more of the small stations. Have we unlocked at this point? A prison? Okay. Temporarily, another fire. Okay, calm down, game. Calm down. Do we want an orange dolphin? Oh my god, I love the way you think, Casey. Is the water flow into it? We're gonna have to buy that tile. We're totally gonna have to buy that tile. Oh my god, okay. All right, so we've solved our prison problem for the time being. Healthcare, also keeping everybody healthy. We've got, that's death care, keeping everybody in the ground. Healthcare, 2 little facilities over here in the suburbia, and then a large facility in the central area over here. Seems to be doing okay. Death care wise, 3 main cemeteries. And each of them has a crematorium, so we're doing right there. We'll probably build another one over here when we figure out where some of these neighborhoods go. Let's see, we could do a child care, elder care combo over here if we wanted to. Possibly. I mean, it helps population technically. It helps birth rates. But I think the problem is we need more businesses for jobs so that we can move more people in. We may as well cheese our way there. So all the way up here. I caught Egg's 5-year Palavin stream, and I just think it's funny. Like, he always builds with a plan. I think it's design. He'd go back and work on designs, but like it comes out pretty beautiful the first time through. And I am just building something so heinously ugly, and I just love the divergence in process. So I kind of feel like I had the intent of this being a bigger crossroad the way that I hooked it in over here. And I didn't realize there's 4-lane right here below it. But we'll remodel that as well. That's fine. Good enough to move more people in. So, man, commercial demand keeps coming back to bite me. Remember when I ended that poll and we were gonna do some trees? We got to get to that too. Okay. But anyways, we were also reviewing stats. So we're doing a lot of things. Schooling, we probably need desperately over here. So people are well educated elementary wise, high school wise over here for the most part, university even, but we're way into the red now. So we're going to drop in a temporary and then a schooling pair over here. So education default. We want the high capacity elementary. Can we do it block wide? Is it just it's just one different? And you're going to be a jerk. Okay. Those can go there for now. And then can this fit on a block? It can. Okay. Okay, for now, we've got education down here until we get Giant University and connect it all together. That didn't catch. That's hardly fun. Okay. So education-wise, I think that'll improve our capacity and our little bit of red spot over here. Another fire. What the heck? High schooling is good. University is good again. We don't have public libraries. I almost never use those. I should consider that, but... Where's our population families-wise? 4% children, 11% teens, 22% young adults, 37 adults, and 26% of the seniors. So 9 fires in 30 minutes. I mean, they haven't been any blazers, though. That's the thing. Happy Father's Day, yep, to all the dads. And thank you. So happiness-wise, we haven't put any parks or anything down, which you'll see in a second when we break out those stats. Land value is actually popping up a little bit into the green here or there, which is nice. So it's not terrible. It is terrible over here in the industrial area, as to be expected, as is tradition. And here's the thing that maybe we gotta drop a little bit in tonight. Unique buildings, parks and plazas, park areas, public libraries, sports arenas, none of that in the city yet. Levels wise, I think a lot of our high density has upgraded to level 5. Quite a bit of it actually. And a lot of our low density as well. So there's little pockets that need more service coverage and things like that. Imports, exports, not a lot of export, but we're also doing a handy dandy little trick. If you don't know about this, I found out about this way late. But you see how I have like one, look at how bad the traffic is. The traffic is horrible. And I've got this business over here, not enough goods to sell, which you'd expect to probably see a lot more of that in such a cluster-ridden, horrible grid of traffic and trash. But there's a warehouse over here that is set to full, or to fill, I should say. And it basically tells like, nope, we're importing until this thing is full. And also this thing will distribute goods around the area. So you don't run into that trap of your default zone industry exporting goods. And then all your commercial businesses saying like, hey, I don't have anything to sell. So setting a warehouse nearby to fill will force them to stop worrying about exporting goods. That will cut into your budget. But as you can see, we're exporting next to nothing because we don't have any specialized industry. So it's all just generic goods for the most part. It's weird that there's some forestry products in there. Apparently the regular standard generic industry does that. But we're exporting very little in comparison to, 2,500 imports, only 129 exports. Adia, what's going on? Welcome. I said hello to everybody up front, but to those of you that had joined since, welcome, enjoying your Saturday, I hope. Adia, Jay, Nexus, Patton, Coach. If I miss you, I apologize, but thanks everybody for joining. We are in Riverrun, just doing a little service review, which will be pretty quick because we have 0 transport, but we have 60% traffic. Look at some of these intersections. They're so bad. It is starting to get crushed, I will say, but this is the thought that we've put into intersections. We got 4-lane intersections tying directly into the highway, so we're not exactly trying to improve things. We're just trying to grow. I wonder if it's hurting our growth. We might want to think about a couple highway exits here or there. Why you're moving in way down here and not getting power? That's smart. You move in next to other people. Idiots. Okay, so man, maybe we need to work on this office park because that industry demand, but we can see what we can meet with forestry. We'll get a ton of jobs happening over there, upgrade the area. I know I'm getting distracted. Surprise. Road maintenance also, like, it's normal. It's not boosted. We haven't put any special buildings. We also have, I think, the budget set to 0. So like, Adjust the budget, decide how many vehicles roadmates have at their disposal. Like, does that matter? If we don't have a building, does that like affect the conditions of the roads or like how fast people can travel? I don't even know. I probably should know. So routes, junctions, adjust roads. Landfill usage, we're kind of at the limit of processing. We've got recycling plants scattered all over. You can see where with the pollution. Man, that river, it is nasty. Wind, terrain, noise pollution. Yep. So I think we're going to farm up here in that little spot for the greenhouses. That's the only resource that we really got to worry about other than the trees that we're going to find a spot for in just a moment. I got to sketch out some more of the districts. We don't care about heating or radio coverage for now. Do we have, what is the tourism? Various office and commercial buildings? Not particularly attractive because we've done zero kind of uniques or anything like that. We'll get some of that stuff in maybe tonight. But I don't want to go too crazy there either because we're gonna tear a lot of it down. So like, do I move it? Do I settle on where like the main intersections are and work from there? I forget we can make a lot of money on the stock exchange too, gaming the budgets. So there's a lot of things we can do. What we need to do for now is come do a little bit of landscaping over here. Are we going to build a forestry? Can we build a forestry industry in the middle of an oil patch? Because is that technically not forestry? I hope that's not the case. I'm betting it's the case. Okay, let's see here. Have we unlocked airports yet? No. We have. This is a much faster way to level terrain. So let's build a little plateau up here. Let's see how okay, hold on, wait. Hold on. We'll see how expensive this gets. We do have 5 million in the bank. This is one of the reasons why I left it running earlier. So we'll grab the airport tool. What we need to buy soil. We're going to smooth this out in just a second. Hold on. This is not going to be cheap. Whoops, I just sold soil. Okay. Okay, so that's certainly enough space. So landscaping, let's slope up to there. Is that actually lower than son of a biscuit? So let's slope up to here. Okay. I misjudged that visually. I wish we had bigger brush sizes for the landscaping tools. That would be nice. Okay, do we drop a Teddy service interchange in here probably? Just as a quick fix? We can afford a little highway project here. So one thing we got to do is we got to come in here and flatten based on something. I don't know what. Let's see how different this is. So all right, well, that's certainly gonna be easier than that old slope I was working with. Let's just come in here and smooth this out a little bit, or flatten a bit, and then we can smooth after. It doesn't have to be perfect, especially if we raise it up one. So let's see, one of the park clothes probably. The angles of these are a shame. We could do something like that. Let's see if it'll let me snap this in, will it? Yikes, I can't. I need to buy that tile. When do we get that tile at 48,000? Son of a biscuit. Okay, well, we could move this back a little bit. We don't have to connect it. We don't have to snap it directly to that road. We could come out a little bit to use it as a guide, though. You think the dog bone there? I don't know. I'm just not a fan of them in general. You'd think that they'd work better in practice. But I don't feel that they do in console. Okay, so let's do this. Roads, where we're going, we need them. That worked out pretty good. Okay. This is unfortunate that these are so much closer than the default highways. But we're gonna connect them with straight shots for now. We're not gonna worry about hooking this in too nicely because we're gonna move it. Especially since we can't adjust this side of the intersection properly because of the tile cutoff. We're just dropping it in for functional purposes. Okay. Let's smooth this out because this is a rough one. Okay, we'll look at smoothing the slope up to those. That's a little obnoxious, that bump. Where are you going, Jeep? Look at me driving the donut truck. Okay. Let's come over here and slope this out or smooth it out. Doesn't matter to me. Man, like I said, I wish we had bigger slope brushes or bigger brushes in general for terrain, because this is going to be a pain to make this look normal again. Oh, I don't have the strength all the way up on that, do I? That is why. That's not helping. Okay, I think that's a little bit more rounded out. That should be okay. We really messed up over here, huh? Okay, I think that's okay. I'm all right with that. Do we replant trees to, which is conifers all the way up? I'm gonna completely saturate it and we can clean it up later. I know we're wasting trees technically and money. Okay. This probably doesn't need to be a 4-lane up here, but whatever. Okay, hopefully we'll put down our first building and find out real quick if we can use this space or not. Sure looks like oil to me. Let's see if it can maintain 2 resources on the same spot. Let's unpause it actually before I put a bunch of these down. Those should say whether or not they have resources, right? They certainly say whether or not they have water, so that's a good start. We'll see how this intersection does. Is it all hooked in? Okay, yeah, that's hooked in. We'll see how that does. We've got to get power up here. Little extension cord for now. They don't seem to be complaining about lack of resources, which I guess is good. I think there's a 4-lane industrial road we could use up here. We're just gonna basically spam out a bunch of these buildings as well for the short term, because we want to zone up and unlock all the other buildings and then get just the right ratio of what we need, and maybe a little bit more for decorative purposes, but For the time being, we want to keep an eye on employee count, basically, and then it's just a matter of time passing. So we've got 61 of 150 workers. We've only got space for 100. So what else can we put in? Industries. Oh, we can start doing sawmills. We'll reconnect that in a minute. We'll do, I think, 3 sawmills for the work of what will later be two biomass? No, 2 engineered wood plants to produce the timber. I can't believe you are reminding me to put down a firehouse over here. You of all people. The pyromaniacs in the chat would be disappointed. We'll put it on the side street so that they know to turn in. They don't have to drive out to come back. We'll throw the little police station up here too. Okay, so here, this is not enough resources because they haven't been delivered raw forest products yet. That's okay. That's not a zoning problem. They are responding elsewhere though, I see. Nice work. So far, so good. We'll see if this thing jams up. Hopefully not. Double digits for fires already? That's kind of crazy. We got a little death wave happening over here. So we've got a goods problem here, but it's only 1 building complaint. I don't want to jinx it, but like I've had these problems way worse in the past, and especially since industries. And you really should, I highly recommend that warehouse trick of setting it to basic zoned industry goods and fill. Because you can see, like, I've asked it to fill, but like it's trying so hard to get goods to it, and then they end up getting delivered to stores nearby that need them. So I got a copyright ding on one of the songs last night from one of the built-in radio stations. That does not warn you, by the way, that it's copyright content. That's okay. Okay, we're running at 3 times speed, and we want to make sure that we always have enough job slots open, basically. Okay, cool. We just need this is the resource waiting game now. Easy, we got this. We'll keep an eye on our city in the background just in case. So, like, how much industry demand does this actually meet? Can I plop down a bunch of this stuff and just, I mean, we could just start moving a bunch of employees in for the future levels, right? But like, does this meet like a considerable amount of demand for real? Or like, it's also kind of way out in the middle of nowhere. But like, I don't see this making a dent, right? Okay, there it goes. There's a little bit of a dent. Tiny bit of a dent. May as well connect those up while we're here. And maybe probably one more just to spread out the coverage up here. I went a little wild with the trees. That's okay though. Bring back the fire counter. I'd have to check. I don't have that plugin installed anymore. I ordered a new USB mic. I'm hoping that solves some of the challenges. The Yeti did me well, but it sounds a little crunchy. I don't know how it is tonight. I adjusted the gain a little bit, but it does not sound like my Audio Technica. So I'm going to try a new dynamic mic. I usually use condensers, but that should reduce. I mean, I don't know how often you hear keyboard and controller sounds, but it does reduce the pickup of the rest of the room. I've got a pretty good treated space. So like, it's not a matter of like not hearing the room. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff like around me. There's bookcases, there's stuff on the walls, all these things deflecting the sound in different ways. There is sound absorbing panels in the corners, which is where the reverb happens most. It always drives me crazy. Like I see creators with like two random panels on the middle of the wall behind them. Like that is just decorative, because like the sound reflections happen usually up high and in the corners, especially if you don't have, especially if you have a carpeted room, that's going to be the worst defending spots. So like that's where like you should have those types of panels. It always kills me when I see like just like middle of the wall. Like that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Normal compared to last night. Yeah, I adjusted the gain. I wish at me. I'll work on that instead of going through like a 3-hour stream with bad settings. That's worse. That's way worse than troubleshooting it. Okay, jobs wise, we'll add all the buildings that we can when we can. Do we feel strongly about a campus spot? If we do forestry up here, here's what I'm thinking. So forestry up there. I'll finish, like when we figure out the final shape of it, when we get all the last stage buildings in there, we'll look at shaping the terrain around it. Farm over there, I'm thinking kind of at the end of the big city, and again, I'm gonna bring this terrain up a little bit. That highway's a little obnoxious. We're gonna fix that. But we'll bring this terrain up a bit to act as a separator, as a border there. But I was thinking maybe university or sports here, kind of off to the side of the big residential, the big high density pocket, basically. That we could do university over here, or sports, or both. But like, maybe we do like a big sports, like a huge, one of the huge baseball arenas, and a pedestrian promenade commercial area. We could do something like that. It may not be bad to put the college campus way up here, kind of off on its own. We could do it out here in Dolphin Bay, where we turn it orange. So there's options. There's definitely options. The bad sound is definitely, I mean, maybe it does, but it doesn't hold up well for the rest of the stream is the problem. I was upset when I heard the quality. Have a higher standard than that. So hopefully I'll get things dialed in, at least temporarily, with the new dynamic mic. We'll see. I've been using a condenser for so long. We'll see what the adjustment is. If I address the mic properly, or if I talk off to the side of it. We have all this zone for residential. So like this meets very little. Like this doesn't do anything for our demand, right? If let's see what happens if I spam out like two blocks of these. Okay, watch that industry bar. Can you get another one in there, right? Like, does that do anything? Is that knocking into it at all? Okay, well, we can add some of these. We'll drop in the furniture factory just for the heck of it. We can drop in some barracks. We don't need anything different for the sapling fields. That's fine. So let's drop in a few workers' barracks, which helps improve efficiency and gives more workers' spots. We can build this into like maybe a little 4-banger at the end, which will be a nice little like worker village. I don't know, I guess it depends on how many people we expect to cram into each one of those cabins. Okay, so what are we producing processing-wise? Can we do... Is biomass... That produces paper. We'll put that just off to the side here. It is a polluter, unfortunately. Do we want technically not want to pollute our trees just on the edge there? And do we have water running all the way up to that? Probably not. Oh, we do. Okay, good. So we should have plenty of job slots available for the next upgrade, I would think. Yeah, we already have more than the workers that we need for the next level. We have up to 713 slots. So we're going to have to upgrade that eventually. But this will, we've started to produce timber. We've started to produce paper. And that means if we go over to the factories tab, there we go. We've unlocked the furniture factory, which takes those two, and we'll output them to furniture, of course. So we'll get all this moved in, get it all upgraded, and then figure out what it looks like. Still on 3 times speed, and we're waiting for how many units? The last one's the most painful one. 15,000. We're halfway there. This is beautiful. We're good. Forestry general, we could do some of that too, to meet the demand. Did I paint a district over here? I haven't seen these buildings in a while. This will be a blast from the past. Here they come. Oh, that one just popped up a plot of trees. That's easy. It might actually be good to get 1 or 2 of these buildings interspersed in some of these builds, huh? Just for some variety. I forgot about these. Okay, let's slot some things around here. Can I move this to the edge here, I guess? Oh, one square too long. That won't line up correctly if we don't break it. Okay, let's do a little bit more of that. That's not a bad idea to get that demand met in the short term. Do we have water all the way up there? I don't think that we do. We'll fill in all these blocks. Those are going to be stupid buildings. I can't wait to see what those look like. They're single trees. Those are single tree businesses. Woody's Wood. Historical building. Forestry Fens Limited. They grow 1 tree. They have 2 workers for 1 tree. What are you going to do with this tree? What are you going to do with it? I got to know. This business is hanging on by a thread. We got 1 tree left, John. We're down to 1 tree. How do we seriously have a police problem right here? Right here. This is where, do you see this building right here? That's the police center. And this is where this guy's going to commit crimes. That's natural selection. And this is the jam. Okay, there we go. Printing press, medium tree plantation, and large log yard. I don't think any of this does anything great for us that we can't do already. Because the printing press is just another way to do paper, right? Or is that a factory? It's a factory, isn't it? What do they take? Plastics and paper? So we'd have to import some oil into an industry somewhere. That's a later thing. We won't worry about that. I'm not gonna worry about that just yet. Someone tried to steal the one tree. Did a police icon come up there? That would be funny if it did. Where's the snap? I guess I don't have to worry about it too much. Like, sometimes YouTube algorithm takes me all over the place, and it suggests I watch a Beverly Hills Cop scene today. And my God, that soundtrack is so good. This makes the groove in this makes me think a little bit of one of the Harold Faltermeyer songs, the Axel F theme. Just a little bit. It's got a little bit of that bouncy hook to it. But my God, what a great movie. I don't think my wife has seen that one. I can't blame her. She was 2 when that came out. I want to say, I'm going to guess 87. Hey, Google, what year did Beverly Hills Cop come out? 84! Holy frick! Okay, my wife wasn't born yet. Okay, we've met. Nice idea. Moving in the single tree companies. That is good for those businesses. Somehow, they've got a dream. Built on a tree, a single tree. But that's okay. That was a good way to meet that demand and get things growing again. Do we have residents popping up again? We do. Thank you. So we'll fill this in some more with some low density just to kind of see what this looks like over here. Kind of coverage we need. We got to move this train track. We got to sync this highway. There's so much. That's going to be an expensive, really frustrating project on Remastered. This was a pain just showing yesterday. But I'm really going to commit to this and like fold it around. So it's going to be a leg here. Do we maybe do one more leg down this way? Even I don't know where we cut it off at the drop here. At this very dangerous waterfall. But I'm really excited for what this could become if I take my time doing it right. Of course, there's a fireway out here, really far away from all the services. Why is the water orange? That's a good question, ZK. That is a great question. So in Remastered, you can change the color of pollution. And I don't know if you've been around, but orange is kind of like it's my favorite color. It's my brand. You can see some of the people that have been here as supporters for a while have little mouse icons, and the longer you've been here, the more likely you have a black and orange or orange and black one. So thank you also for all you with the mice out there and your support. You also get custom gifts. Some of them, or not gifts, but emotes. Some of them come in very handy around here. Like the fire icons. But that's why there's a fire. Are they gonna get here? They got here before it burned down. The trees no, not the trees! Not the trees. So ZK in Remastered, you can do things like hide pollution. I think I showed this yesterday. So if you take a look at the grass, like there is a haze over here in the industry area, but it's not technically polluted. Wait, I don't have radio going, do I? Oh my God, did I have double music going? And I didn't notice that until just now. It must have been, I'm hoping it was quiet. My God. Or did I just turn it on? I just turned it on, never mind. Okay, so over here, if we come into options, is it on regular or is it on graphics? It's on graphics. So you can say, like, do I want the grass to be, like, pollution to be a different color? It could be all kinds of different colors. So just to put it back on, right? No color is the default color. Oh wait, no, is it? No, here's the default. So like you can see like the grass is like rusty brown. And then if we turn that off to no color, it doesn't change the grass. There is still a visible haze around the area, which I think is more the cloud of air around it. And then the same thing with the water pollution can be changed. So I originally had it to radio. Did I have it on radioactive green? And I thought like, oh, that's cool. That looks awesome. And then AC asked about toxic, I think, and that glows particularly green. That is the water that made the Ninja Turtles. And then again, orange being a brand around here, we set it to that, or I set it to that, which I'm enjoying for now. So don't worry about that. It's fine. Just the chemicals. Okay. We got a bit of a death wave happening. We need a bunch more forestry industry, apparently. How close are we? 41,000? Man. Can we just get a bunch more forestry up here? That would be fine. I kind of messed up putting this building, this orientation, unfortunately. We'll build up further than we need to. Okay, we'll do that for now, and we'll fill out the water just to keep the industry going up here for now. That's fine too. We'll just fill in all these spots. What? Get out of here, dude. For real? You're right across the street from the police station, you idiot. Don't be stupid. Just watching the death wave roll in. That's COVID-25. I wouldn't worry about it. It's fine. We're cruising through levels. We are cruising through levels. Okay. We're good on workers. We're gonna need a few more to get us over that last hump. I think we need like 800 for the last level. I'm excited just to get to 90,000 to tear most of this up. Where do we move everybody into? Like, do we give up on low density residential and just make it high density to move the people in and then roll it back? Is that just easier than continuing to build where I'm not gonna have buildings in the first place? I guess we'll probably have them here on this side. But like, where does that cutoff happen? Like, I want this train track. I want this triangle to go away. Maybe we buy that tile next. That would actually get us a decent little chunk of land to build right there. But maybe we do like another big residential, high density everywhere on this side of the highway. But then again, like maybe this is just stupid that it comes up over there to begin with. And maybe we use this highway and hook it to the left instead, giving us a good reason to again contain the sprawl over here. And maybe this is college campus on the coast and we could do like sports right here. I don't know. We need a big central park. There's a lot of things. The good news is we can tear most of this up. The bad news is a lot of people are dying. And it does not seem to be, there does not seem to be a cause, because I don't see people getting sick. I just see people dying. Let's look at our population again and see how that has shifted. No? Okay. We're just overburdened. Let's take a look at our death care. So crematorium availability is bad. Cemeteries aren't filled up, but we could probably increase budget. Do we drop in some more crematoriums? Do we double them up at each cemetery? Let's see. It's free real estate. 17 already? What about an airport? I could see that. But I don't see where. I'm not opposed to it. I still haven't done an airport build, but I feel like all the airport maps, in fact, I if I remember right, when I did the ranking recently, looked at all 92 maps, and I think all of the airport maps specifically were in the this would be great with 81 tiles. So I consider it for a PC build, but also like I'm actually burnt out on the PC version. Like I like in a way the restrictive nature of what the 25 tiles in the console does, in a weird sort of way. I don't know. The airport's like it's a big space commitment. And I just don't see it. I don't understand how they work. What I know is I like the municipal? What do they call it? Is it under hubs now? There's so many buildings now. It's crazy. What's the airport? So not this one, the old airport. Metropolitan Airport. Yeah, Sunset Harbor. That one is great. That's like just the right mix, I think, for a size city that I would build. And I don't need like a whole tile to commit to. Okay, come on. We're going to run out of cemetery space right now. Okay, so many people are dying that we're actually losing. Are we losing population that way? Just from the deaths? That's rough. It's not a health thing, right? Should we double check that? Average health 77? That's not great, huh? It looks like I mean, they're in the blue, like there's no sick citizens. So I think we're okay there, right? It's just, are people aging out? Where are we at power-wise? We're still doing good power-wise. We haven't been growing. Where everybody's dying. Never mind. Forget that. Maybe I build out the rest of this residential area, or at least temporarily what I think it might look like, and make room for more people as we need them. Plus, we can add more commercial areas over here. Why? I like it to come out evenly. Let's see if this will. Okay, that's good. We can do that. We'll look at putting some larger avenues through here after. Is that gonna... That's not gonna let me connect there, is it? Okay, that'll have to do. I think this is all watered over here too, which is nice. I'm glad I don't have to do those pipes again. I was doing the pipes at one point, and I was like, you know what? I'm just covering every bit of zoning that I can in this. Can we come from over here? Is it going to let me snap the right angle? No. It's a little slop, but I just want to have space over here for the suburbs to get maxed out so that I don't have to keep doing, I want to get a sense for the scale of suburbia if we get to a certain population. I honestly don't care about the number. I think 100,000 is a good spot to aim for. But I'm gonna go more on what it looks like aesthetically. Jeez, people stop dying. I don't know if anyone in my target demographic knows Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, but I just will everyone stop getting shot is what just came to mind. Okay, seriously. Look at that population. Wasn't I at 41,000 a minute ago? Is something wrong? At me if I'm missing something. What is going on? Normal death wave moved in a lot of people. Yeah. There's going to be more of that. Don't worry about there's no fires happening. It's just death. Okay. Engineered wood plant. Maintenance building and large fields. Large tree sapling fields. Okay. We should go check that industry and get, jeez Louise. Okay. Where is the, city info? Statistics? Mm-hmm. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so economy. Okay, so we'll double this for now, or 150. We'll let it run at 150. Traffic is probably not helping either. Traffic is getting atrocious. We should probably consider. We have 0 mass transit. We have 4-lane intersections at the highways. It's 2025. It's 2025, and this is my new build. I love it. We're cutting through the nonsense, right? We gotta, once we unlock everything, then we kind of get that almost creative mode. Let me rant for a second. So I know if you're a console player, you haven't played Cities 2. Cities 2 now has 2 ways to play it. I mean, technically there's like full on cheats and creative. But if you want to play the game, there is the game, and then there's what they call easy mode. And easy mode is a little bit more like Cities 1 in terms of like being a lot less restrictive in the things that can fail. I think it's much more balanced, I will say. Like it's very different if you put it on paper, so don't get me wrong. But it's a much more balanced gameplay loop that you could mess up, but like if you kind of know what you're doing, then it plays well. But to call that, they like rolled back the stuff that I think was over the top, but they call that easy instead of calling it normal, They backed it down because of the community. The old mode used to be called hard, the one that is more restrictive and less money. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't do that. I'm just saying it feels like a slap to the players that would play on easy, even though I think they balanced it really poorly and the game was not fun in that default state. That's my take on it. Like, that was one of my major complaints that I had during the alpha stage, right? Like, the game as it was balanced at launch wasn't as fun. And I think easy mode's more fun, but again, I think it should be the normal mode and the other one should be hard, not like, here's your easy mode. No, you kind of made it stupid. Sorry. Like, how about if you're gonna call the mode that I like and would advocate for as being the better way to play the game, if you're gonna call it easy mode, can we call the other mode stupid mode? Like, I feel like that was like a George Costanza level burn. Like, the jerk store called. It said they're all out of you. Where are we at? We need 800 workers, and we're getting there for resources. So let's drop a couple of those new things in. Maybe meet some industry demand with a row of single tree businesses. Actually, I got a great idea. Hold on a second. This is gonna be awesome. Here, we'll come out 10 units. We do that? Yeah, we can do that. Okay. There they go. Look at them. Look at all. We just made so many small business owners' days. Another Forestry Friends. Another Woody's Wood. This is interesting. So here I am, another Woody's Wood. Here I am thinking that maybe this will give more opportunity to the small businesses out there, but it's the same two companies buying up all the plots. Jeez Louise. The death wave is everywhere. That fire went out quick before I could zoom in on it. It's like ghost kitchens, you know? It's like, oh no, this is a different business from this tree's a different business from this tree. Is it? For tax purposes, yes. Okay, yeah, we were gonna drop in some buildings. Let's get a look at what the large... Which one's this? Large tree sapling. Do we get a large tree plantation? Or do we get that already? Medium tree plantation. I think we're going to end up sizing around these. I think these are pretty good size-wise. And then set them to the coniferous, most likely. Do these count as in the zone? Because the road is in the zone? That should be more than enough employee slots, right? And then we could basically bulldoze this entire thing and start over. And then landscape around it. They just franchised, I guess. It seems suspicious to me. Oh, hey, we haven't checked in on it in a while. It didn't, like, we've had some fires. Are we doing okay over here? We're doing okay. We'll have to find a way to structure around this. I'm probably going to make this a 4-lane road, which is going to be a pain in the butt, because you can't upgrade the road, so you have to build a perpendicular road on the grid and then just, like, pop down a square and then rebuild the 4-lane road. Which will blow out some stuff, but I would definitely want to keep. I'm going to keep that ice cube factory if we can. It'll probably be the first thing that gets hit by a tornado. I can't believe I said that. Look down at the clock and it's 10:29. Like that's just. Apparently that's. You've conditioned me. Oh my god. Hold on. Save game backup. Where are we at? We gotta have the workers. Workers until that. We got the workers. We just need the resources, but it is a climb. We're trying something new here, AC. What you wouldn't want to make a mess out of this, would you? It would be so unfortunate if we made a mess of this place. The beautiful traffic management. Oh my god. Woo! Time of day. There we go. Let's enjoy this for a moment. Do I have the traffic lights on? I think that's the only reason it doesn't look like an absolute cluster is I turned the traffic lights on this intersection, which is kind of what's backing it up. The fact that they don't have any logic for left-hand turns though is amazing. Like, okay. If you have an extra browser tab handy, or I don't know, YouTube Premium will let you play in the background. Open up Steam and check out the listing for City Skylines. They put an emphasis still to this day on it being a city sim and a traffic management sim, even though there's virtually no traffic management tools in the game. What can we do? We can do stoplights, or we can do no stoplights, or stop signs or no stop signs. There's a little bit that you can do with asymmetric lanes now, and some different ways we can trick people out into, not turning here, not turning there. But like when this is what a traffic light does in your base game that you claim is a traffic management sim, like think about what you can do with time. I don't know if anybody's messed around with time traffic lights in Traffic Manager President Edition, or the individual lane control. Like you can stop all this stuff from happening. And a game that claims to be a traffic management sim should have that kind of stuff. Because look at how broken a traffic light is in the base game, which is what they're selling to console players as remastered, or the original one, which is still in the store today. This is not how traffic should be handled. You can't viably use actual intersections without tricking it out in many ways. Now, I'm doing a particularly horrible job at this city, but this is just a great example of how this is the only traffic light around, so it's responsible for a lot of the jams. And when you just stare at it under a microscope, it's very obvious. Look at how few cars are going. And even the ones that want to go straight are still waiting in that left-hand turn lane because they eventually want to turn left up ahead. But they're too stupid, Could we fix it with, let's talk about this for a minute. Do they have, is it a narrow road? Do they not have an asymmetric 4-lane? They do. Asymmetric 5-lane road technically. Okay, so let's upgrade the last block coming into the center. Let's pause this for a second. We'll upgrade not the whole block. The last block. Okay, so where do we want the directions going here? So we want it coming into the intersection with more choices. So giving asymmetric lane choices. Now that forces a straight only lane and a right only. Maybe I should shut up and see what this does. Hold on a second. Maybe does this was I just complaining that it doesn't give us, not that this is like a substitute for what Traffic Manager can do. Okay, no, it's just as bad. Never mind. Well, let's see what happens when they figure out the reconfiguration is there. It may not get fixed immediately. We've certainly got more traffic jamming up at the intersection. Now there's an extra lane of crap getting thrown into the mix. I feel like we made it actually slower, honestly. Yeah, because now those left turns can back up 3 lanes of traffic at once. Yeah, they did, like, they're not even finished clearing the last intersection, and the next light is going, and the next light is going. Like, they've never cleared the intersection once. That's wild. That's just... And that's a... Okay, come on. Come on! No, you didn't! Please tell me someone's as triggered as me. Why? What, does everybody see it? Does somebody see it? What they did? They massacred my boy. Why did they make that decision? You see it, right? Okay, Kung, you got it? Okay. Exactly. That's the part, AC. Extensive local traffic simulation. So, okay, you're calling it a small section. I'm calling it a major selling point. Let's meet in the middle. It says it, and it's offensive. But here's the thing that bugs me, if you haven't noticed it yet. One of the things that is frustrating about 4-lane roads is how different the lights are. Now, I would love the ability, and you can with mods, to control different parts of the city, like the same way we can control trees on a road segment. Why not control lights? Because some cities have converted all the way over to, to LED lighting, right? Some of them have older incandescent bulbs that give off this yellow glow. But you don't have the choice. It's like 4-lane roads have this. But not 6-lane roads. And not small roads. And not highways. Like they all have a similar, like they're different, but they're not yellow in comparison to the 4-lane roads. So the thing that I'm triggered about, if you didn't notice it, is that we use the 4-lane roads and the asymmetric roads, which are for exactly this purpose, like to take a 4-lane road and allow you to convert it differently coming into an intersection, allow you to shift traffic lanes around. Theoretically, you should be connecting those 2 roads. They're both there under the medium roads option. And one of them has yellow lights and one of them has white lights. And that is it's just maddening to me. Like, I don't know. It's a problem you can fix on PC. And they, consistently, I get the feeling that they don't care enough to put out a quality product. It's just like the modding community will make it better. One more fire to meet quota. I'm sure it's happening. We've got the death wave has settled down, which is nice, so we can probably come back into economy. Let's do let's see if it handles 100%. Let's knock this guy down. 42,000. I feel like I need to work on another high density area, or a lot of high density, or again maybe just upgrade. It's still such a rough sketch of ultimately what it's going to be, that if we were to, I mean, we'll break the traffic in the process, but if we were to make the suburban area and just slowly rezone it, cause a huge death wave over here eventually. But like these streets are going to be oriented sideways. I don't know why I did them vertically. So like we could just as easily make all this high density over here. But then again, can we get there? We could do it. What I'd like to do is rebuild this train network, because this road hooks in here. I think you have to. Do you have to drop a train station in to get train network? You do, which like maybe I just want to fix this stupid broken triangle that will absolutely clog if trains arrive at the wrong time. Maybe that one's just long enough, but I bet that's an accident, because there are other maps. One of them was definitely broken right off the edge, and it's just like that is not for console players. So if we drop in either terminal, technically, like let's put a cargo train terminal, or do we bring whatever? It doesn't really matter. We're not having a problem with cargoes, so we're not exporting anything because we're using it here. That lets us hook in. We don't care about this look right now. This is so that we can get access to train tracks, basically. In fact, why did I put this here? Because this is where I want to build that block. I'm such an idiot sometimes. Oh my god. I just said I want to build a road through here. So let me build a train station so that we can. I'm a Muppet. Okay, hold on. We'll be right back to fix that. Let's make sure that everything's going great over. No! No!
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Shut up, Will Smith. Got him. You were just like 2 minutes ago. You're like, I'm done counting for the night. That next one's 21 was a doozy. Blackjack. Man. Oh, that's gonna keep. What am I doing? What am I doing? That's gonna keep going. That's just gonna keep rolling. What's the quickest way to get this thing power? Like, who cares? We should connect that to the rest of the grid just to be safe. We'll straighten that out eventually. Oh, and it's going off map now. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Did you just... How high up in the air do you go? Did you just grab water from there? There's still... Do I need to, like, put a forest fire thing over here? Oh, my God. Come on, guys. You can do it. Oh. I think they're going to put this out. Okay, well, I'm sure some of you are very happy. You wanted a forestry area for fires, and like legit, what did you get? Like, and this is, it's all, it is my luck. Like, it's obviously not like, I've had people, a couple people mention like you start those with natural disasters into the edits, right? Like no, I don't. This is my luck. What the actual? Okay, well, I should have grabbed a thumbnail from that. Maybe right about here. City in the background. We'll let the cinematic camera run at the end for a bit. Let's see where we're at. 43,000. We're trending the right way. Do we have enough space for people? Do I just move them in over here for now? There's another high density residential coming right here. As soon as I pulled out 4-lane roads, I got triggered again because I remembered the lights, and I can't understand that as a design decision. Am I too difficult? Like, is it? My wife once said sometimes your autism is showing, and sometimes I feel like that's maybe am I just is that what my odd rage at the world has been, or is that a fair thing to get upset about? Like, why the inconsistency? Like, if you're not gonna give us a control over the lights, at least be this similar inconsistency, or put it in the big roads. There's probably a different asymmetric one over there, right? This is a terrible design, by the way, kids. Don't do this. This is getting bulldozed. This is to get us to 48,000, and then I realized we got to get up to 90, which everybody better get comfortable with neighbors and noise. Okay, there's a nice little residential pocket. We'll water it. We'll feed it once a day. We'll give it some basic fire coverage, because if we don't, we know what happens. Who is this? I like this. This is Matt Large, of course. Tons of great Matt Large tracks on Epidemic. Consistent. Okay, we'll just cover this. Of course. Why are you moving into the middle of the block where nobody is, doofus? Pack an extension cord if you're gonna do that. Like, that's. Like, this is a guy that parks out in the middle of the parking lot. Like, maybe no one will bug me, or the one that gets on the plane and no assigned seating and Southwest, and thinks they're gonna claim a whole row for themselves. Didn't realize the manifest is full. Okay, we're gonna throw it on 1-time speed. Get the dog outside. I'll be right back. BRB. How were your expectations on the tree industry? I know we haven't finalized the build yet, but at least you got your fires. I hope everybody's happy. My God, the traffic. Don't show the traffic, cinematic camera. Don't show the traffic. Huh. Oh, there was a huge fire. Yeah, Dia. You missed the burner. We were looking around, ignoring the last stage of the forestry industry growth, because it's the one that you have to wait forever on resources. I love the dump in the middle of downtown. This is a full dump in the middle of downtown. Lock, stock was better than Snatch. Change my mind. I'm not gonna try and change your mind on that one. I agree with that statement. I saw Snatch once. I saw Lock, Stock like 10 times. Okay, there's the forestry is still a little bit charred. Oh, these guys don't have power this whole time, and they don't have water. And there's another fire up here. No! Come on! Look at this one. This one caught good. You can still see the last one over on the other side. This was the first one that went up. It got almost all of the individual tree farms. They all suffered massive losses. That was a rough one. That was a rough one. Let's see. Well, the good news is I don't think, regardless of the char level of the trees, I don't think it matters on the output. It does not. So we're at 100,000 of 135, basically. And we've got plenty of jobs. Like, we shouldn't have a problem there. We do continue to have industry demands. Where are we at? 44,000. Man, I forgot, like, it's kind of a stupid grind to max out cities and get to the point where I can think about building them the way that I want to build them. If you're going to unlock everything legit, at least. Okay, we'll do that for now. What's the water problem? Did we never water up here? Is this? Oh, we're out of water. We're out of water. We need more. So we need both. Okay, so we'll set up let's see what one water pump does. Oh, we're on 1 times because of the cinematic camera. Okay, let's do at least 2 because that's not much. We'll move this water infrastructure pretty soon, and then we'll do 2 more on these because I'm not ready to give up on the Orange River yet. We definitely will at some point, though. Probably turn the Dolphin orange, though, honestly, before we drop Eden Project in. No! No, Kong!
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Does everyone? I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Do you remember in the chat, and we were talking at the beginning of the stream, like, oh, everybody's like, oh, maybe we should do this, maybe we should do that. Everybody's kind of torn on campus versus trees, and then somebody says, yeah, but trees burn, and then the vote all of a sudden went to the tree farm. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Could change your vote to farm. This is rough. This is rough. But the good news is it doesn't affect production, so we're fine. 103. Okay, so before we finish here tonight, unless it I guess I shouldn't tempt fate. Like, it could all burn down. Hopefully we'll finish that zone tonight. But what the heck do we do? So the zoning for additional forestry wasn't a bad idea. Do I just keep doing that over here until it's time to rebuild everything? Like, how do we satisfy this stupid demand? Do we start working out? I guess I could build the temporary office park in here. Although it's already so slammed with traffic. We got to fix some of those things. I'll be working to do some of these things. So this is the problem, right? Like, does this thing look beautiful? Absolutely. Can it jam up real fast? Yeah, I mean, maybe this isn't the best way to handle like a giant industry might want to have its own exit. But you know, it is what it is. Is it the worst spot of traffic in the city? Probably not. Oh, are there stoplights up here? Are there a bunch of There's a bunch of stoplights in the industry zone. Okay. Well, that's not helping anybody. No, where's the tool that no. Okay. I clicked on the name of the street by mistake, and then it took me out of that. So is there anything down here? No. Okay. We have our original traffic light, and then I don't think there's oh, there is. There's one down here. Let's get rid of that. Be free, traffic. Be free. Now drive wherever you want. My God, this. The only thing that could really bring this back to like 2017 cities is if I broke out the 6-lane roads. I'm keeping an eye on that. We may have to move the helicopter area closer. I wonder, you know, quick thought. Like, what if we made a sewage lake over here and put the fire station, the fire helicopter right next to it? Would they pick up the sewage and rain it down? And would that cause pollution? How realistic is this simulation? If they pick up polluted water, does it impact things? Okay. So we should. Man, that demand is just so rotten, and this is already so jammed. We need another square. I need to spread out a little bit. I need a city spread. Can you give me some room here? Okay, I was gonna fix this problem of this full dump in the middle of the city. It raises a lot of questions. I was gonna put another one next to it, but we can empty it. It's already ridiculous. No, that's for the bodies. We want the one for the garbage. This one. Okay. Got the dump and cemetery mixed up in my brain for a minute. Similar functions. One's worse spelling. I doubt polluted water would cause pollution. Game isn't that realistic. Well, there's one way to find out. One way to find out, AC. Hold on a second. Okay, so we want the landscaping. Let's just grab the height tool and we'll grab whatever this river height is. Holy crap! Actually, that's not far off from what that's about to be in a minute. Hold on a second. So over here to water. Can we do right there? Right? Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong way. This way. That should be okay. And then we hook it in via the pipes. Okay, and then let's do something before we do this. So we'll turn off the fire station over here. That's a good idea, right? Okay, that's going. So let's get, do we move it or do we make another one? We could probably use the second one on the map, right? We're making decent money. So we'll put it right here for now. Is that a big enough body of water for them to react to a fire? There's one way to find out. Is this a regular fire? Do we do a forest fire?
The Forest Service has stated that there is a risk.
Okay, that one we did cause on purpose.
Residents are advised to avoid.
Please tell me this is employed with people.
Forest fire is raging in the area.
Please tell me. Okay, there we go. There we go. There. Where do they get their water? Where do they get their water? Where do they get their water? I'm not putting on 3 times speed. The suspense is going to kill us. If they like, they don't always go down all the way to the water. I think they're going for the sewage. I'm pretty sure they're going for the sewage. Oh God, they're going for the sewage for sure. 100%. How could they not? That is not a flight path anywhere but sewage. Okay. Pollution. Okay, where are they? Do we see them? They're way down there in the pit. Oh, it doesn't look like Poop is that good at putting out fires, apparently, because they all just took a trip over here and didn't put any of those out. There we go. There we go. Come on. Come on now. Give us that last blast. Oh, they're putting it out. The fire truck put it out. But for sure, they grabbed the sewage, and it doesn't look... What the fuck am I doing? It doesn't look like, there does not appear to be any sewage pollution drain off from using the sewage for helicopters. Like, what the fuck? Seriously? Jesus. Okay, well, experiment proven. We should probably turn this off before it fills up. Who lives down there? We'll let it run off into the ground. Is that okay? That's showing pollution. Okay. Hey, look at that. It happened right in the background. We got another area. Nuclear power plant, excellent. More hubs. Cargo hub. Aero Park. Now we're talking. Now we start to unlock the stadiums that I want to make room for somewhere. So, what tile is most frustrating? I don't think we're ready to build up this way yet. When we get 25 tiles, I do want to build up there. I do want to build some farmland up there. Where the heck does our campus go? I think the campus could go good right here because it'll help us. We could even use both sides of the highway. We could do some sports and all the campus buildings and use that as a way to scale down towards the highway and the wilderness out there. That might be a good way to like kind of build up into our city coming in from that side. I think that's the one I want to buy. This is okay. It can be very easily developed. I mean, we have a little town over there. Keep up with the suburban theme. Maybe use those countryside assets up there off into the corner of the map. But for right now, we need to educate our citizens if we want to have lots of offices and stuff. This is the space that we've got to work with, right? And we're not going to probably build much here, maybe a little on these two. Not much at all, really, over this way. and we'll get that farming tile over here and build a little something on the edge of the map. But that is the edge of the 25 tiles. So we've got to get to trailing off over there pretty quickly. And then I'm going to raise the terrain up over here a little bit to separate this out so we don't build up that way. And we'll, again, trail off up here. We'll build... Ooh, I just barely have enough space to do the dorsal fin on Dolphin Lake. I hope we can do that. That's a save before you landscape kind of thing. Okay, well, I'm going to grab up here for now. I think this is a good tile for campus. Let's go check out. Yeah, we got a little bit of room to spread out. Let's take a quick look at what Aero Park would look like over here, size-wise. Where is that? Is that in Uniques? And then it has its own thing over here? Yeah. So City Baseball Stadium is not bad. I think we used that in, we were using that in Plainville most recently. But where's the one, we just unlocked a good one. This one's okay. I like Aero Park a lot. I want to say this is based on Cleveland. The other one that is really good. Where's the other really good one? Or is Aero Park the one I'm thinking of? Aero Park might be the one I'm thinking of. Okay, no, Aero Park is the one I'm thinking of. So, is this residential down here? Let me look at the zoning before I do this. Okay, that's okay. Okay, we got one block of buffer there. Where is... It's over here. And where's the center road? So it's going to be like somewhere over this way, but a little bit back. We'll build like some plazas and stuff around it. But we could do that maybe like in a big central park, not a big central park, but maybe a park to kind of dampen some of the sound, do like a pedestrian area around it. So like that could be an okay spot, because I want to think again about how do we fade off the city here in a nice way, build it into the mountains. Okay, let's plot out some campus though. So baseball, maybe we'd be redundant and have a professional sports team and then the college, but like we don't have any fields for the kids. What the actual? That's an easy one. GG easy, no please. I saw the orange for a minute of the pollution and thought it was a fire. The water's somehow the water's on fire on my map. I wouldn't worry about it. It's fine. Okay, oh my god. Okay, let's turn the fire station back on over here because we don't need to tempt the fates. We did our experiment. I'm happy with it, and we can leave. I was gonna say we can leave the helicopter here, but it's stupid if we don't have a water supply here. Which we technically do on demand if we remember to refill it. Should put a park in and have the only be a toll road so have to pay to get to the stadium. A toll road, a high-priced metro to a toll road to a park to another toll road. I think you can chain a bunch of tolls together. They'll go through like at least 10 of them, I think. Somebody did that. Maybe RT Gaming did that, or RT Games, whatever Daniel's name is. The water reminds me of where I grew up, Steeltown. Ugh. Always had an orange tint at night. Oh my god. That's not good. That's not good. That's not great either. That's not a great spot for the fire trucks are gonna have to leave the town. So it's stuck at the light here. It's gonna leave the town. I don't think it parks across the street on a median. Yep. And now it has to get through this. Stay tuned. See if it makes it in time. Oh, a helicopter got it. A helicopter got it. We could also tell the helicopters, I think, like, helicopters only service this area. I don't know if they prioritize at that point. How close are we? How close are we? 134 of 135. Okay. We can knock this down now. We still got to go look at the campus area too, because we should be grinding that up now that this is all unlocked. There we go. So pulp mill, modular house factory, large tree plantation. We could also look at like where do we put and like a little, it doesn't have to be huge, but like a little oil industry, or like do we do ore and oil and import, not necessarily mine it, but import the goods. Like maybe we have like a factory out in the distance. We could look at that. It's something to think about if we want to do more of the factories, but we'll do whatever we can produce for goods between farming and, what do you call it? Farming and forestry for the time being. Maybe we, like do some very basic processing of imports for plastic, which I know can be a good combo to unlock a couple other factories. Okay, so we've done, so okay, we did. So okay, goal accomplished, right? We set out on a poll, and I said, what do we want to do? We want to do trees because people want to see them burn. But we did a 5-star industry just like that. So now we can start to tear this down. But in the meantime, we'll just let that make some money for our city, and come over here and think, what can we do short-term campus-wise? So. Main, let's see here. Like this is not a bad spot if we do like main campus. Well, main campus wouldn't be across the highway. I mean, I guess we could do some underpass. Let's look at this for a minute. So where does this link up down here? We'll do a little highway project. So somewhere around here. Okay, so I wish I knew the landscaping tool a little bit better, but let's see if we can guess this. So we'll take the terrain down here. That looks like that would be enough, but let me see. I don't want it to be too much either. Let's see what that looks like if we bridge over. And actually, I think do we do it with regular roads? So that bends on both sides. Maybe we do this based on where we want the bridge piece to be and worry about hooking in the highway after. Okay. And are we on basic elevation step? Of course. So let's see here. What if we come out... What are we starting at? So if that's ground level 1, 2, 3, but we want to like keep this straight, so what if we do that? I can break this afterwards to see like where it lines up. I think that's okay. Can we replicate this? How straight were these? Not great. So let's see if we can... See if we can redo this. So right there, probably? Well, that's not right, is it? No, that's way off. That one. To there. To there. And now if we come in here with the slope tool, I think we can make this work. I think we get the pillars in the right spot, it would appear. And we could fix the terrain up a little bit where it's not so... Oh, it's a little clunky there, isn't it? I think we can fix that. Let's see. This is another nice one. Is this Matt Large again? If, of course it is. It's Matt Large, Epidemic Sound. I feel like a radio DJ, but I gotta shut up. Like I love some of these tracks so much. Okay, what do we do? It was everywhere. The dance team and band, our shoes always had orange residue on them. You probably have a lawsuit. You know that? Like, you probably have a lawsuit on all your hands. You just gotta stay up late at night on TV and they'll be like, was this you with orange shoes and band? You may be entitled to a class action settlement. I should make a fake radio commercial. Haven't done one of those in a while. Make a fake law ad about the orange sewage and Riverrun. We'll put a high school for the creative arts right nearby. It's not perfect, but like, what do you want? It's console. That is one high already? Okay, so that's fine. So if we come out... Almost there, almost there. Let's delete one more segment. Okay, sorry, I was lost in the sauce there. Upgrade highways. Let's bring this all the way down, and then we'll worry about the directions. And hope that this upgrades over that road segment that's going to get us from side of campus to the other side of the campus. One of the ways, at least. We'll probably build a footpath or two somewhere. Although footpaths near the highway do seem dangerous. Maybe we tunnel them under as well, rather than over. Over seems like it's just asking for an accident. Okay. All highways, all highways. Back to road tools, change direction. And then all that is backwards. Okay. So a little bit of a highway mod there, so that we could get a road underneath. Let's just fix this up just a tiny little bit. Where can we slope to? Can we slope to all the way over here and kind of soften this whole thing out? I think that could work. Because this is, I do want to like maybe max out all the college campus buildings. So we'll probably put a little bit of everything over here, sports included, to really fill out this last little quadrant, if you will. The piece of land that is inside all of this highway, and eventually this will be coming through as well. So essentially right there, and maybe a little bit right there. We could have a train station for the school. Platform 9 3/4. So let's do, maybe we have some like, where are we going to do key walls? Are we going to do key walls all the way down? Because I could see a key wall working at the college, but also I don't want to necessarily key wall the entire city. So maybe we just get, you know what I might do? Here, let me do this. Let's use the riverbank. We'll put a key wall down and use that to snap a road along the coastline. We'll do a straight bend as long as it will let us. And then we can connect those through and break the nearby segments. So let's do that. Do we keep going? That's fine for now. That's fine for now. Okay, I'm gonna snap roads to this and then break the connecting segments. I'll show you what I mean. So we'll come basically one click out. It should raise the terrain as well. There's two ways we can snap this. We want to snap to this side that stays flat essentially, and then we'll do the same thing here. We'll come all the way down, snap to there, and then come down to the end of this one, and then we'll just break the key walls now. So we'll have a bit of a coastal road. We can maybe flatten out or soften up the edge after. We'll probably want to. It's a little harsh. But let's break this segment and then we'll curve them in. Let's see what this does to the terrain. Okay. Well, that sucks. Okay, we can fix that though, probably. It does some weird stuff with the terrain sometimes. Okay, smaller brush. We'll flatten this. And then we can smooth out after. Okay, let's see what it looks like if we soften this up a bit, because it's a steep cliff. It's a little taller than I would like, but we don't need to put everything like down at flood height. That does not smooth out very fast. I worked a little too close to the coast. Let's freeform a road around that and then delete it and then soften a little bit more. I'm being a little greedy there with the real estate. So we'll freeform. That zoning's all consistent, so from there. Okay, now we'll break this and we'll smooth out based on that. I think that will be okay. We can always come back. This is a giant fix it later project. Surprise, surprise. Or not at all. Okay. So what we could do is shoulder this. The way that this map is just coated in trees, like it wouldn't be a bad idea to have some, well, not too many because of the steepness of the slope, but like where we round it out a little bit, like definitely some trees by the river would make a lot of sense. But I can work on this a little bit on the landscaping of this. It won't be like a key wall, but it will be kind of like right up near the river's edge. We'll figure that out. Trees line the road, yeah. You just want more stuff to burn. Speaking of, how are we doing? Our helicopter water supply is still there. Let's put it back on 3 times. So let's think about it this way. So you're where's our entrance to all this? Do we get there from the city? And come in from like the main avenue? Let's connect the main avenue up. So we could bring it right to here, I guess. Let's see if this is enough of a, if I'm close enough to even hook this. Is it not going to give me that guideline on the left? I'm going to have to guess it. It's not terrible. This will come out here. Maybe this is where our train station is down this way. We could do like cargo or something up here. Either way, we get into the big city and we've got a way to come down this avenue and then turn down into the campus. This will curve. Where can we hook this? Is it right? Was it like right at the start? Do we have like the administration building facing out? I feel like it would be more within. Maybe we do something off of here. Let's see how big. Well, let's see what we have. Let's paint the area. We'll throw some stuff down. We can always, before I worry too much about the. It really could be anywhere over here. Totally fine with it being anywhere in this quadrant, essentially. Just not over there off the edge of the map. Okay. And like maybe we put sports or something like right in that little pocket or here. So that's the boundaries of our potential campus area. Okay, chat. If you're here and you're active, you're still awake, you get a say. What kind of campus are we doing? So we have liberal arts, we have the trade school, and we have the university. I will remind you that some of this may impact your choice, is you get 3 different school buildings, and they affect your city in different ways. So if we go trade school, we get a police academy, increasing patrol car count, jail capacity, and police department efficiency. We would also get a school of tourism and travel. Income from all commercial zones is increased. That's pretty good. And a school of engineering that helps local businesses Higher product quality, increasing generic zoned industry income while reducing water consumption and sewage outlet. We probably won't use a lot of generic zoned industry, so that is a very minimal benefit. I guess I could do that. Can you change votes though? Should I not put it up until? Do we do a trade school? What is it? Liberal arts? Or a standard uni? And I'm gonna read the options off first. So that was our trade school bonuses. If we go with the liberal arts, we get a school of education, allows classrooms to have higher student capacity and helps them educate more efficiently. I will probably get the Hadron Collider. It is a monument I do like to build into the city, so we may not have to worry about education, but I could be tempted not to. That's not a bad one to have if we don't go the Collider route. I'm okay doing schools for everybody too. Also, there's a School of Environmental Studies, reducing garbage accumulation in the city. And School of Economics increases revenue. Local office zones increase revenue without upsetting the city's populace. So that's pretty good. And then the standard uni, School of Law, crime rate and police department upkeep is reduced. School of Medicine, allowing city healthcare to run more efficiently with increased ambulance count and patient capacity. New technologies, what is this? School of Science, income from all specialized industries is increased. Is specialized industries the zones, or is it the industries? I feel like it's the specialized, like the zones. Standard uni. Okay, here's the poll. So you now knowing that, what do you, any take? I'm all for it. We're torn again. If you're here, we need your vote. Pop down to the chat. "23 viewers, 2 votes. Everybody on TV? What's going on? Everybody, did I put him to sleep? If you went to sleep, I'm sorry. I'll try and keep it down. Let's watch some soothing sounds of the city burning. Watch some soothing sounds of the city burning. What was it? Ghostbusters? Wait, listen, do you smell that? Always like Trader engineering buildings. Vote Trader on banning. Wow. Harsh. Is it you and Kung basically arguing with votes here? Where are we at population wise? Before I go into one times cinematic restful mode. 52,000? We're kind of cruising along. I'm surprised. We have 2 more to go, but it's like we got to almost double our population to do it. It's kind of crazy. Do I get to vote? I don't get to vote. That's kind of baloney. Okay, well, cast your tiebreaker vote. Awkward. So, okay, we pull into the university from here. We come down here. We've got some straight on zoning down here towards the end of the road, I believe. So let's look at what will probably be a one-way loop on both sides. Let's be honest. It's just easier. So if we use this segment here, we could come out. We can't build any parks or anything yet, right? Like once we pick a building, do we get like a little plaza or something? Well, even though I can't vote officially, I would like to cast a vote for liberal arts, just because. Just because. Wait, hold on a second. Do I have my alt account on my phone? Hang on. Maybe I do. I don't know. If I have to sign in, I'm not going to do it. Where do you change settings? Man, I don't even know. Where do you switch? Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. Here we are. I'm just staring at a blank piece of grass. This is compelling. Okay, well, can't build. It's deadlock. We'll put this in for now. We'll tighten it up and move stuff around. We'll have like a little welcome quad. We'll have some of the big buildings down by the water. And then we can fit some of the other stuff kind of like up in here by the highway. On the other side, the little nook over here. So enter, and on the right side is the main administration building. Do we need to flatten? You know what? We can move it all to rearrange and put the roads and move it back. That's okay. That's okay. We don't mind that here. Okay, well, seriously, I might have my alt account on my other phone. I have like a Wi-Fi only for around the home now. I didn't decommission my old device. I just turned off the, what do you call it? The 3G, the thing, the cell service, the stuff without the wires. Okay, alt account? Where do you switch? I don't even remember where to switch accounts anymore. Oh, switch account. It's a button right there. I'm an idiot. Okay, hold on a second. I am breaking this tie right now. Oh, we got 5 votes. Okay, we're still tied. And I cast a vote for liberal arts just to keep that going. That's not good. We were still tied, so it didn't matter. My joke would have landed the same way. 40%, 40%, and 20%. That's okay. Wait, did you both use alt accounts also in an attempt to sway the vote? Oh my God, what is happening here? Okay, we can admit to this tampering online. It's between trade school and standard university, technically. Recruited Mina? Hello, Mina. Okay, All right. Let's see. Let's look at the bonuses again. So it's trade school or standard uni was the choice between you two. Police academy. I don't feel that we need it. Increase attractiveness and entertainment of leisure buildings. Leisure buildings. That's pretty limited. Increasing generic zoned industry. Again, we're not going to have a lot of that. Standard uni. Crime and upkeep, police upkeep is reduced. Healthcare more efficient in ambulance count and patient capacity. And specialized industry, which I don't think industry is lumped into, but I could be wrong. Okay, so... Okay, we didn't learn anything from this poll. Other than Mina can be easily convinced. Don't be a sheep, Mina. Trade school is a perfectly reasonable vocation. I think let's see how we feel about the vibes of the main of the paths in the main building. I think I gotta give it to uni. We're gonna go with a standard university. I'm breaking the tie. But share the link on socials. Okay, we're gonna do a standard university. I don't know who voted for what, but standard uni, you won. 4 zones on either side, perfect, centered. I'm pulling financially. Oh my god. Okay, so we're definitely gonna want to smooth out terrain. That's nasty. What do we have for buildings to start? So some of these can be built on paths. Some of these need to be built on roads. Let's flatten around this. And then smooth out around that. That's going to be a lot easier. Okay. So we can come and we can stay back a little bit from the road here. Main university, tree lined, and we'll come out this way. I don't want to connect it all the way to the road. Let's go out 20. Because maybe this connects down this way? Seriously? Come on. Is that the road length snapping killing me there? Seriously? Come on. Why is it not letting me put it there? Maybe it wants me to save room for a park gate? Oh, you were, I'm assuming you were for the trade school then, Adia? So I don't like how that is connecting because we want to come off of here at a 90 at least. Oh, I had all the things turned off. Here, right bumper. We just do it that way. I did it without the trees, I realized. That's okay. We can come back. We'll come back and clean it all up. We don't even know what we have room for. Let's get, not the dormitories right next to the administration building. That is just like such a buzzkill. So, study hall, sure. Study hall could be closer. That's okay. That works. Not with the terrain, but, you know, in the overall scheme of things. We'll put the dorms, we'll put a couple dorms down here on the end for now. We did the study hall. I wish we would show you what was built. I guess you can have multiple copies of everything. This is the groundskeeping. We'll hide that. Whatever. We'll just put it over here for now. The little buildings will also just like build in wherever, if we can fill a space with them. And then everything else is locked. We gotta basically get recognized. Okay. So well run 3 times. I guess we water up. We're just going to zigzag and cover all this as best we can. Come on, 440, come on. Okay, we need to connect that into the actual road network. We need to do some commercial and industrial zoning. Maybe it's time for another office park and more residential over here. Though we are getting close to edge of map territory. The top of Dolphin Lake is the next square, basically. Is the last square we can go up that way. Bring power over. Hopefully we can come over the highway. Right there. And over that road. Like we planned it. So that should be power and water to everybody there. We can, of course, build on the other side over here. Let's take a look, though. What do we have? I think we can put... Can we put money into academic works? Which is part of Technological Institute of Riverrun. We need to work on that name. So academic staff, what do we pay? 20,000? Like, what does that do to our budget? Do we want to work on a dissertation, a discovery, or a scientific study? I think a new discovery. Okay. So that is working. We won't worry about varsity sports just yet. We do have to get more campus attractiveness. Is there any buildings that we didn't put in? We have an administration building. We have a dormitory. We have 2 dormitories. We have the study hall. Groundskeeping. How does groundskeeping affect does adding an additional groundskeeping help? It does. Okay. So that got us above where we needed. So we need more students to come here. That could be problematic. One thing we could do. If we find in our mess down here, there should be a standard university over here somewhere. Can we spot it? Where's Waldo? Can we find the university? Because I'm pretty sure there's one on this side of the river. I would have thought that I put it next to the other 2 schools. But no. Where did I put it? Education, college, university. Oh, way the heck down here by the dump? By the Central City dump? So how many students do we have in this thing? 1,000? Goodbye. You go to the Polytech or whatever the hell it is now. Congratulations. Pack your bags. You're out of here. Okay, what do we have down this way? A block. That would be great because we have all the industrial demand, so we may as well move some office spaces in there. And that should help drive some attendance. Are they still walking down the street? Maybe they got a job at the dump or they live there now. Congratulations. I don't know. That'll drive up attendance though, for sure. It's got to have a positive effect on attendance. Students, yeah, there you go. Hey, look at that. They're already here. They're already here. Okay, what's the university doing over this way? Do we turn this off, right? We need... Goodbye. You also go to the Polytech now. We bought the schools out. And then we need some commercial down here. Are these residential houses over here on the end? Maybe I need residential. Never mind. Right next to the school. Totally fine. That would be weird. Like if you lived in a tiny, like 1-story and like you had like, was this the high school or the elementary? It's got kids loitering out front, so it's the high school. But imagine having like high school kids, like, you know, some 12th grader, like looking down in your house. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. There's already a fire truck here. Thank goodness. Had to take a quick scan over at the Forestry. Yeah, the University of Washington is a beautiful campus. You're not kidding. But ironic that you got it from such a sad tale. Isn't that wild, Adia? Like, now that you have that perspective of like how cavalier he was, like he absolutely he was smart enough that he should have understood the risks. But he just thought he was so infallible. He wasn't stupid. He just thought he was that good. Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about the Titan documentary on Netflix just came out this week. It's really good. It's like, what is it, like an hour long, but it's really good. Titan is a submersible that went missing in, wow, was it 2023 now? And was all the rage in the news for like a solid week. Even though there were like 500 migrants drowned in a boat in the Mediterranean the week before. Like, never saw it in the news. I think he understood the risks and wanted to be famous more than smart. He wanted to be the ocean Elon. He couldn't go to space. He couldn't be an astronaut because of his eyesight? So let's go to space instead. Interesting that like he wanted to go to space, and then right around the time that he figured out he couldn't be an astronaut or go into the Air Force because of his eyesight, I think is what it was. It's like, that's okay. Space is boring. There's nothing out there. We don't know so much about the water. Okay, dude. How don't hurt your back moving those goalposts. The report card was shocking. How about I didn't put any credence into the acoustic monitoring system that they had. I was like, yeah, like whatever, dude. Okay. And then like you see Dive 80 where it was like the loud cracking sounds, and then the acoustic system going like freaking bananas after that, and they just ignored it. That system did work. Apparently, it was crying for help. It was screaming, "Don't put me in the water again." They did it 3 more times. Pretty remarkable story. I might go watch that again tonight. I might go break soon, actually. Then again, I don't know. It's Father's Day. There's a bunch of kids loitering there. Does anybody want to hang out some longer? Maybe we build a campus up. Maybe year 2. Maybe we do year 2. Are we on 3 times speed? We're not. So let's at least do that. Man, there's just the non-stop demand kicking you in the teeth for more industry and more commercial. What do we got going on over here? We should cut some of these streets up. Maybe it's time to break and take a fresh take at it tomorrow. We've got like, I hope everyone that's here understands, like, this wasn't going to be the final build. Like, we built some boxes and we upgraded a forestry industry from nothing. We built this forestry industry from the ground up. we pulled ourselves up from our bootstraps. And even when it went on fire and when we lit it on fire ourselves, we figured out that we have a very great source. Hold on, we gotta top this off. It's getting a little low. We've got a great source of firefighting material right here. Look at it, hey, they're gonna grab some right now. Perfect timing. I'm glad we turned it on for you, buddy. Fresh stuff right here. Hot piping fresh. It's literally steaming. And orange. Where are you going? You're not going to the Okay. I thought they were coming over here for a minute. Oh, just the original industry area? No big deal. Rain, let the poop rain. Okay, we've topped off our pool a little bit there, so we've still got, I can't believe this works. This is so stupid. It's so stupid. We made it to nuclear power without running out in our solar updraft towers. How are those doing actually with, those are very close. So we'll put in a nuclear power plant. Did we get, we don't get an area, huh? We need 70,000 to get our next tile. So I think we move in, even though I'm not going to keep them, I think we move in people on the other side of the train tracks. It's going to be easiest to just blow that up afterwards. And maybe we move in people all around the baseball stadium as well, which is so frustrating. I think we've been here before, but like, you can walk around all you want out here. However, if you go inside, you can't go in the field, which is frustrating. Cinematic in here. You're good. Step on the grass and go to another dimension. But that's okay. This is a beautiful asset. It really is nice. I wish there was a Fenway Park in the workshop. That could convince me to go build a Boston. I thought about commissioning it at some point, but I just couldn't get into the PC building. Not after putting so much work into Portsmouth and then losing it to corruption and not being able to recover it. Somebody might have been able to reload it. I don't know. I couldn't get it to reload. And man, can we please just get the Mr. Mason Fall Tree Pack for vanilla, and I'll be somewhat contented. We're gonna have to get another. Well, here we'll put temporary solutions. Where is garbage? We'll put a couple recycling plants down here. We'll put those rocks back later. That should cover most of what we will build up over here. What I will probably do is when I'm having some idle time, hopefully some idle time tomorrow for Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Or to your father, perhaps. We technically all have them. Let me see. So I will probably, again, build... I'm going to put a huge residential pocket up here. Hook it very sloppily into the highway, a la this. Don't mind this. This was an experiment. Not something that we have to worry about on Remastered. So ignore them anyways. Appreciate that. Let's do some... Oh, we need water and stuff down here. Do we not do water to the end of the road? Wow, that was close. We almost got it. So maybe next episode we'll let this grow in the background multiple years while we reconfigure and redesign a tree park up here, a tree farm, whatever, you know what I mean. We'll probably get rid of the sewage. That was a fun experiment though. Stop burning, please stop burning. We don't need it. We had enough. No. Okay. How's our downtown dump doing? It's doing great. Stop by. on your way from the office to lunch, maybe. You can litter here. Just chuck it right out the window. Totally fine. Let's see what the cinematics do for us. Let's see if we see any cool stuff yet. Probably not. It's very rough, and like again, it's like a ransom note at this point, right? It's like, here's this thing, here's the awkward shape of a letter glued to the paper in a different font from the thing that's next to it, and that's okay. We're sketching out ideas. We'll get there. We got to get to 90,000. So again, like, there'll be a giant cluster of residents that we won't be keeping. That's what you're going to miss. So don't feel like you missed anything. I may stream some of this next week. If I do go live, it's not Sunday night. Sunday nights are usually a night off just for my brain, or usually when my wife's caught up on schoolwork. During the week, though, very likely that I might go live at 9. And definitely Fridays and Saturdays. Fridays and Saturdays are what I'm shooting for. 9 p.m. Eastern. Check your local listings. That's kind of the deal. I'll be doing going back to old builds, as well as definitely lots of Riverrun. Riverrun's probably going to eat up some time for a bit on Fridays and Saturdays. So check back here for updates. You will miss some things, again, grind-wise, especially as we get from, where we're at to 70 and then to 90,000. You're not going to miss a lot of stuff design-wise. It's going to be stuff neighborhoods bolted on just to get us there, so we can get all the unlocks and basically go from there. I don't think any web games tonight, Kung. We'll do that on like the random streams. I'm going to keep the city stuff just cities, and then the random streams we could definitely pop in there. Found another new one today too, a more or less, that we might check out. So we'll get there, but not tonight. I hope you have a fantastic Sunday now for me, whatever night it is for you, or day or evening or afternoon, wherever you are. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you understand the context of that horrible intersection and traffic in the background and the grid network. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's just we got a long way to go. But thank you for being here for the experiments with the sewage helicopter. Nice to know that doesn't pollute. It's an option. No reason to send your helicopters chasing halfway across the map for perfectly usable water when you could dump some right in their lap. Pun not intended. Don't go dumping stuff like that on people. It's gross. Use your regular sewage pipes, please. Subscribe, like if you enjoyed. I will see you on the next one, which will, probably be Friday, Saturday, and maybe a random grind update in the middle of the week. So stay tuned, notifications on. Join the Discord if you want to stay connected. tinyurl.com/movethemouse. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, signing off. Is this Matt Large? It is not. It's Bagel. Enjoy When I Was Your Age by Bagel. Epidemic Sound. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody. Ooh, there's a game happening. Horrible camera, but, there's a game happening at Aero Park. You're very welcome for the stream. Thank you for being here, everybody. I appreciate you all. And thank you, Mina, for the vote. And thank you, Kung, for the alt account vote. It didn't settle anything, except that we are divided. And maybe we can be more unified in the next one. We agreed for the most part on the trees, which totally did catch fire. I hope everybody enjoyed.